Hey guys, Bar and PABrewNews. Got a beer here. Pumpkin Smash from Cascade Brewing Company from Oregon. Where in Oregon? Who the fuck knows in Oregon? Bottled and brewed by Cascade Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Well, I should have known that, shouldn't I? Anyway, this is a 2014 project. It's aged in bourbon barrels and brandy barrels with pumpkin and spices added. It's a Northwest Sour Ale, and it is at. A Pumpkin Smash is a blend of quad ales, quads, aged in bourbon barrels with brandy barrels for up to 22 months with pumpkin and spices. And it is exactly 11.1% alcohol by volume, so it's a session beer. Obviously, you can have lots and lots of this. But at 11.1, I think this will be good. So, I'm not really the biggest fan of pumpkin ales, but I had the Rumkin from Avery. And I found out ABV helps me like pumpkin beers more. So that's good. Oh, there's Poppy. Now this is a sour ale. I don't drink too many sours, so we'll have to give it a go. And we got Absurd jamming in the back because fuck it, why not? We'll just pop that much in there for now. And it pours a kind of a reddish orange amber color. A little caramel in there. Oh, splashy. And it is a nice off-white ring of head. Yeah, it's sour. There's no doubt in my mind it's sour. It smells like I don't know. It smells like white wine. White wine? I think I said white wine. It smells like white wine. Definitely get that oaky tannic note coming through. You get a little bit of that fruit from the brandy. Touches of caramel coming through there. It has this different like earthy tone coming through, and it definitely has a little bit of that whiff of a bourbon. But it's just pretty different. It's definitely a different smell. So let's get into it and taste it and see if yeah, it smells strong. Let's do this. Cheers. 11.1% pumpkin ale. That is a tart ale, for sure. Very, I don't know how to describe it, but like just tart, puckering, rapier-like acidity all over the mouth. The nose is very complex nose, but in the actually palate, you get those setting in crunchy, sharp notes of acidity. I don't taste a lot of sour ales, so they seem almost one-dimensional to me in a certain amount. You have lemon, the kind of lemon tones in there, soft faintest hits of a caramel. Tannic notes, drying tannic notes, mixing with all that nice sour character coming from that. A little bit of a fruity ester coming in the back, probably some of that bourbon, or brandy rather, and a little bit of that caramel coming through from the original quad. But overall, it's sharp, drying, but it doesn't leave any kind of nasty tones on your palate. Definitely have that kind of white wine note that is just interesting. It's almost like crunchy white grapes in there a little bit of lime, a little bit of lemon, those kind of tones. It's just a different kind of a beast for me personally, and I don't know. For me, I'm not getting like pumpkin tones. I'm not getting spices. I'm not really getting bourbon. I'm getting faint hints of a fruitiness in the back end with that tannic note that might be a little bit brandy. So it's not as bombastic. It's not as coming, full frontal in my mouth, as I thought it would be. With different characteristics of caramels, brown sugars, tannic notes, vanilla, bourbon, brandy. They're not all coming forward like I thought they would. It's a very nice, sharp, clean, acidic ale that is very fun to drink, very easy to drink, but it's not as complex as I was hoping. There's no creaminess, there's no butteriness, nothing like that. Very sharp, very clean. Faintest tones of caramel in the back, mixing in with a little bit of that after lingering touch of the lemon lime kind of note. It's a very sharp, confusing ale. This is a confusing ale. It's confusing me. It's fun to drink. This was a little expensive, and honestly, again, I will say this: the different characters that are in this beer, I'm not pulling out of this. So technically speaking, I don't know if adding it all these things is doing justice to what this beer should have been, or something like that. I don't really know. It has a little bit of that. If you ever had some Berliner Weisses, it has a little bit of that kind of tone to it too. That sharp, tangy, tart tone. I do definitely get those lemon tone in there. A little bit of a crunchy, kind of star fruity tone. Just a little bit of fruitiness in there. But it's sharp and zesty. Really acidic in a good way. It really cleans the palate off. Nothing's too clawing. It's not like hurting the sides of my cheek and puckering me. It's nothing like that. It's very smooth. It's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. It's 11.1%, and that it tastes like it's 5%. To really get the tones of bourbon, brandy, tannic notes, to really get those caramels, you really breathe. You gotta really breathe in. If you breathe in that very complex notes, as you drink it, you get more of that brandy and bourbon comes through. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice beer. Overall, I'm not going to rate it too high because, of course, as I said, it's not really doing as much as I was hoping it would for me. But it is an enjoyable beer. I think I still like Lady of the Woods a little bit more than this. So I'm going to give this one an 8.5. 8.5 out of 10 for the pumpkin smash. For me, it's still a beautiful sour. And if you've had it, let me know what you think. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers.